I posed for a picture. I was wearing shorts, like gym shorts, and a tank top. Short को Photoshop कर दिया है. It looks like I have no pants. There's this sadistic pleasure that they get out of this, which I will never understand why. Because I'm a woman. A, B, I'm a human being. Fully covered tank top. They've put me in a bikini for some reason.
Like what we are trying to say in the film
Is this?
is this.
Why do you have to resort to stripping somebody naked?
Welcome to ETimes, Ritika and Harsh Warrdhan. And Ritika, you come to this film after a light-hearted rom-com, which is such a drastic turn.
Like, you've seen it?
I've not seen it, but I know. Yeah, I saw the trailer and it was really sweet. So I'm saying that it's such a drastic turn for you emotionally as an actor. Did you have any process to get into this zone mentally and emotionally?
For this film, not at all, because I wanted it to remain as fresh as it can be, because ये predictable नहीं होता है किसी की भी life में that something like this is going to happen. We are never in our nightmare also prepared for this, right? So for this film, sir and I both decided कि even when we were doing our script reading sessions, sir मुझे बोलते थे, even I used to tell him कि sir मैं इसको act out नहीं करती हूँ, I will just read the lines ताकि मुझे बैठ जाए, but I will not act this out yet. I'll go there and see how it comes naturally, because I knew that when I'm put in that situation, I'll automatically react a certain way.
The Censor Board suggested some cuts to you. Didn't at any point did you think that you could go for an OTT release perhaps, so that you can release it your way? So these two things, if you can tell me.
So after I finished editing the film, obviously with my editors, I sort of tested it with a very informal audience who are not from the industry. I showed it to about almost 300 to 400 women of all ages. The most eldest one was 68 years old. And they had nothing to do with films or industry or media or nothing. And I sort of took their reaction to test it. And it really made a connect with all these women. Because like she has said earlier also, like every woman in this country, probably all over the world, has experienced this kind of harassment, molestation, with some degree or not. So at that time I started thinking this is a universal story. Why limit it to just Hindi audience? So I suggested to Mr. Sajid Qureshi, who is a producer, and he really liked that idea. So he said, okay, we'll dub it in 4 other languages and release it in total 5 languages. So this was after the film was shot. Otherwise, it was initially going to be just the Hindi film. As far as the release on OTT, we always shot it. It's shot on anamorphic. It has a big, wide. On the trailer itself, you can tell technically it's really, there is no compromise in it. So it was always thought of shot as for a theatrical release. So I held back. There was a lot of temptation to just release it on OTT platform, but I felt we'll stick it out. Let's see, and now the time came for theatrical release, so we are moving forward with it. And as far as censor, when somebody disturbs this happens on the script level also. When we finish a draft, we give it to some close writer friends or somebody whom we trust, and they come back with the feedback. Now, certain feedback you're okay with, but if the feedback is about this favorite thing they want to change, then you will go to the extent of man hating that person, but not willing to go. So I also learned as a filmmaker, or as an artist, you're constantly learning. So I also learned this in this script writing language. They say kill your darlings, because people get very attached to certain things, and those are the first thing you should be willing to let go. So I learned through this censor process that I know what is gone. The audience will never know what is gone. Most of the cast will also not realize कि वो नहीं रहा. Because on its own it works. Obviously, that's why we are releasing it. So I learned. It was more of this thing that why should I cut it? So मैं जितना खींच सकता था fight को मैंने खींचा, but then I thought a lot of hard work has gone into it, and it should come out in front of people.
Ritika, I need to ask you that making your debut film and winning a national award in the first film itself, it doesn't happen to many people. Despite that, you've carved your own niche, and I can see that you've maintained your individuality. So now, do you think that people have accepted you the way you are in both the industries, South and over here, or you still feel that you had to somewhere mold yourself in a certain way to fit in?
It's a very good question. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for taking note of the fact that I've still somehow managed to maintain my individuality. It's quite challenging, especially for someone like me. I know I've grown up a fighter, right? So we always wear our track pants, our t-shirts, our hoodies. We're the most comfortable in those kind of clothes. So I'm inherently a very tomboyish person, but I'm very grateful to the Tamil industry to begin with, because that is where my career took off. I started in Hindi and Tamil simultaneously at the same time, but the film took off there and I got so many offers from Tamil film industry, and with some very cool people like with the likes of Vijay Sethupathi sir, with the director Manikandan and all these other actors, which I'm so grateful for, because I'm not a Tamil speaking girl. I speak it now, but I'm here from Bombay, and the fact that they love me so much, and like you said, they accept me for who I am. They love me for the person that I am, and they don't want them to change anything about me. So I love that about the Tamil audience and the Tamil industry. Coming back to Hindi, I'm still trying to find my way here. It's a bit more challenging for me. I don't know, although I'm from Bombay, somehow it's a bit more challenging. But yeah, I think I'll slowly get there when the timing is right. I'm very happy with where I am in life right now, career-wise. I like the kind of work that I do, and I like the kind of content that comes in any language. And coming to the point of me trying to mold myself, I think with time, I am becoming a different person. I'm getting more in touch with my feminine, soft, sweet girly side. That's happening with time. So I like that I'm a part of this industry, because I think without that, I would have probably never seen this side of myself. So this is happening with time, and it's coming from a very honest and a genuine place inside of me. So I like that.
And since the film talks about, objectifying women, today when we have social media and you're a public figure, at any point, somewhere it's not have to do with like gestures, but sometimes even through the eyes you feel certain things. What is it that you feel being a public figure on social media, with the perceptions thrown at you, the comments thrown at you, and what has been your experience on that front, and how do you react to that or deal with that?
It's very difficult, because there are sometimes I come across, I'll tell you one thing, okay? I was in the gym, I posed for a picture, I was wearing shorts, like gym shorts and a tank top. You will not believe it. मेरे लोगों ने tank short को Photoshop कर दिया है. It looks like I have no pants.
Oh.
Like, why would you do that? Then I'm just joking about it because it's so silly.
Yeah,
what is the need for it?
It's hilarious, but it's really horrible hilarious. I mean,
Yeah, like,
it's
I don't
so
know
bad
whether
that
to...
you want to laugh at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know whether to laugh or to cry about it. Then there's one picture where I'm wearing a tank top. Fully covered tank top. They've put me in a bikini for some reason. They photoshopped a bikini model on my body. I don't understand. Like and then ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. Then people write some really nasty things. They make those picture thingies and they write it. And ये देख के ना, I think वो लोग और करेंगे. Like they get some sick pleasure out of this. When they'll watch this, they'll probably put a video of this and then they'll make more. There's this sadistic pleasure that they get out of this, which I will never understand why. Because I'm a woman. B, I'm a human being, right? I have feelings, I have a family, I have a dad, I have a mom, I have a brother, my cousins, my sisters. Everybody feels terrible when they see that. And what I go through is nothing compared to what some of these big actresses in the industry goes through. I don't know when this will stop. I don't understand what is the need for it. When we have so much exposure now, there are, it's easy now to find people to connect with. There are dating sites, there are social media, there are other kind of sites for other kind of things, whatever you want to do. Why do you have to resort to stripping somebody naked when they're fully clothed? I will never understand. Like, I'm getting so emotional and expressive right now because that is how genuinely I feel about
Because it
this.
affects, you can't get so
Yeah.
thick-skinned about it.
It is shocking.
After the trailer released, she sent me this
Yeah, it's
screenshot.
very shocking.
Somebody took her frame of crying and wrote the nastiest thing you can write on
Yeah.
top of it.
Yeah.
So she sent it to me saying that, like what we are trying to say in the film
Is this?
is this. This is.
It's a larger picture.
It's like, and that whoever made it is anonymous, right? He just pushes out shit, into the world, saying all these things, and there is no consequence for him. For her, in this case, and for many women for other things, she has to deal with it. Her family sees it,
Yeah.
and what is the need? Like she's saying, what she's trying to say is there is, whatever your sickness is, there are sites.
Yeah.
You go, you enjoy, you do whatever you want. We are not judging, but this perpetuates then that
Correct.
culture. It's been an unending cycle. So
I mean, my mom once told me, ये तूने जिम में ये क्यों पहना? मैं बोला मम्मी मैंने नहीं पहना ये जिम में मैं why will I go in just a tank top to the gym? I'm not going to the beach. How can you even for 1 second think I will go to the gym in just a tank top? So she actually thought it was real because of how real it looks. So they also put us in a bad light. Imagine if my relatives see it.
no. So then what happens? Then the parents naturally, from a place of concern,
Yeah.
then stop daughters and young women to
Enter movies.
not movies.
Yeah.
Anything. Gym में जाओ तो full track pants पहन के जाओ. Then again that whole thing starts. So it's like a complex thing, but yeah.
I hope the message reaches
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the message that you all want to send.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Lovely
you.
talking.
Thank you. Lovely talking to you.
Lovely talking.